Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today we're just going to do a basic unboxing and overview of this Bear Creek Arsenal 16-inch carbine length complete upper. Now, just in the nature of full disclosure, I did purchase this upper from Bear Creek Arsenal with my own funds. About half the Bear Creek rifles you've seen on the channel I purchased myself, and the other half Bear Creek has sent to me for testing. And again, I'm always very transparent about the tests when we do them. So let's go ahead and open up the box and just see what it looks like when it shows up from Bear Creek Arsenal. I actually paid $212 for this upper with the bull carrier group. It is a rear charger. It was $239.01 with tax and shipping, which is a pretty fair price. I just checked today, and this is November 6th or 7th, 2022, and they're asking $259 for the same upper. But here's the thing, Bear Creek's prices fluctuate and change quite a bit, and if you sign up for the first time, you do get 10% off the item when you first purchase from them, when you register with them. So they do have pretty good packing for the most part. It looks like the muzzle brake up here did come out of the packaging, or it wasn't in the packaging. It really doesn't fit too well, but it is well protected as it comes from the factory. We'll take you through the whole specs and show you what this upper looks like in a little bit. I'm currently waiting on parts, so I'm not going to be able to test this today or really show you what the finished product is going to look like, but we do have some parts inbound for it in order to finish it up with the lower that I'm going to be using with it. Just out of the box impressions, this does have the new handguard, so instead of having a pick rail on the top, it just has a pick rail up in the front and the back. It is slim. I know a lot of guys said that they don't like to grip up in this area because it does get really hot with your gas block right there, and I can understand that. But at the same time, it kind of depends on what your plan is for that rifle, how heavy you plan on running it. Again, for $212 complete with the bolt carrier group, that's not a bad price, and this one does have a parkerized finish. So let's just go ahead and take you through all the specifications of this upper real quick. Okay, so the SKU number is pretty lengthy, but if you want to purchase this exact same upper, it's the BC15 223 Wylde Upper, 16-inch parkerized with an M4 barrel. 1-in-8 twist, carbine link gas system, 15-inch M-lock upper. Just a few more things about it that you want to know. It does have the M4 contour barrel. The barrel is 4150 chrome moly vanadium. The thread pitch on the front for the muzzle device is a 1/2 inch by 28. It does have M4 feed ramps. The gas block system is .750, and the gas hole diameter is .070. This is the complete upper assembly, and it is rear charging. So one of the first things that I like to do whenever I get an upper like this is to check out the bolt carrier group and so on, and see if it's, and I don't know if this is magnetic particle inspected or not, this particular bolt carrier group, but it does look pretty good. It's pretty consistent with the other bolt carrier groups that I've seen from Bear Creek Arsenal before. Looks well made. Now they do an unusual side staking. I think this is a little bit different from what people are used to seeing. They claim that it's just as secure as more traditional staking. It does look a little bit different. And I've never had a gas key fail before, and I've had probably a dozen different uppers at this point from Bear Creek Arsenal that I've tested and used on the channel. Again, this looks very consistent. Nice tolerances on here. Yeah, it is MPI, so it is magnetic particle inspected. This is probably the Carpenter Steel bolt carrier group. Yeah, it looks decent. Looks decent. Standard Mil-Spec charging handle, nothing too fancy with it. Definitely needs to be cleaned up before we take it out to the range. Now, just a few concerns that people have with these Bear Creek Arsenal rifles. On occasion, they do have gas block screws that come loose, and this one does have the carbine link gas system, and I can access those screws right here, so if I have to tighten them, I can do that. Actually had a gas block, not fail, but come loose on the 300 Blackout pistol upper that we tested on the channel a couple of years ago, and I did show that on the video. Also, a few people do complain occasionally these screws can come a little bit loose on the handguard. I've never actually had that happen before, but I see it could be a possibility. So you might want to have some blue or red Loctite on standby, so that way you can add that if you need to. Looks like, even though the cut is a little bit lower right here, looks like these do line up completely flat, so you should not have any issues with sights on it. As for sights on this, I'm going to be putting some UTG low profile flip up sights on it. That's pretty much the standard that I go to. They're about 50 bucks a set. I just get them off of Amazon, or I can also buy them locally. And I've been very happy with them. I've had them on probably 6 or 7 different carbines on the channel. Never had any of them fail. The stock that I'm going to show you here, I actually picked up from Optics Planet, and it's a UTG kind of B5 Systems inspired stock. Defense Dad has the same stock on one of his Bear Creek builds, and he's had really good luck with it. It's a neat looking stock, and I like the storage compartments in it. So that's the stock that we're going to go with. And then the lower is just going to be a basic PSA, just your standard 5.56, 223 lower, nothing too crazy on it. It's going to be a fun little build, a budget build. But to get into it, you know, with an upper for $212 and you can get yourself a lower for, you know, $120 basically, for around 400 bucks total, you can get yourself a decent carbine, and that's a really good deal, especially now with prices dropping off. If you don't have an AR-15 yet, or if you want to pick up another one or just have a spare, this is probably the time to do so. And something I did want to mention here, I've been trying to go with mid-link gas systems on most of my ARs as of late. I really like how soft shooting they are. This one is a carbine link gas system. Unfortunately, Bear Creek at the time did not have a mid-link gas system in this upper. In fact, they were all sold out of mid-links in this barrel length. So if I checked later, I probably could have found one, but the carbine system has always been fine for me. You know, it is a little bit maybe overgassed, or it's a little bit rougher to shoot than a mid-link, but it doesn't matter in my opinion. It's just going to run just as well. So I'm totally cool with the carbine system setup. A few other things to note: the barrel is Mark 223 Wylde, which is kind of a, you can almost say like a hybrid style between 223 Remington and 5.56. There are some advantages to 223 Wylde. I really don't run steel case through this. I know some people say that this particular chambering has issues running steel case ammo through it. That's something for you guys to argue at a different time. I'm primarily going to be running brass through this, probably a 55 grain because it's a 1-in-8 twist. And this is Bear Creek Arsenal's own flash hider, which does work really well. And you know, so far Bear Creek, I've had pretty good experiences overall. I've only had a few minor issues, and anytime it's ever happened, their customer service has been great. Even on the products that I bought from them that they didn't ship to me, you know, anytime I ever had customer service issues, they did take care of me. So again, we're gonna get some sights for it. We'll definitely take it out and shoot it. For a red dot, I've got a simple primary arms, it's just a classic red dot that they offer. And we'll put that up on the top. That's already been tested on the channel on a few other carbines. So like I said, the price was right. I wanted to get something with this newer style handguard on it. I think it's very cool. And looks nice, and I think it's going to run well. So we will take it out to the range and see how well it performs. So anyway, guys, this is Travis P11. Thanks for watching as we begin our budget build, I guess you could say, of this 223 Wylde 5.56 AR-15. Guys, make sure that you like and subscribe. You can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also over on UGEtube and Guntube.org. In the meantime, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.